Hello and welcome back to my channel HPB. Today I'm going to talk about how to become a millionaire buying and purchasing different ETFs. So before that, I would like to ask if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do because it really helps create content and keep me motivated. At the same time, I'm really thankful and overwhelmed by so many messages I have received in my past videos that they have made some profit, and I'm really appreciative of all the messages and comments that I have received and really thankful to you about that. This whole channel, I'm not a financial advisor, but we are a group of people and we discuss about different stocks. We strategize our portfolio and we did well. We have more than tripled our money in the past 12 months and we are doing great. So if you want to be part of the family, please do subscribe and keep getting posted about our new updates and videos. And now let's going to talk about what are ETFs, exchange traded fund. What ETF does, it's the combination of different stocks put in together to be profitable over a period of time, and it keeps changing. The amount of percentage of different stocks in one ETF keep changing over a period of time that makes the ETF more profitable. So in our list, the first one is ARK Investment. Kathy Wood name is associated with ARK. She is the manager of she is the analyst and manager who decides which stocks to be in this investment. And it's quite a good ETF because it has given a huge amount of percentage gains in the past few years, and they have proved themselves to be very profitable. And the best part about ARK is they invest in high technology, like the cutting edge technology which is being introduced in the market, whether it's artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, or machine learning tools, or different kind of innovations that they have involved in. ARC also have different financial ETFs as well. You can check it out. But I'm specific about ARC because of the Tesla. As you know, that Tesla is one of my favorite stocks. An ARC have holding of around 10% of Tesla. This number keeps changing as you can see on the screen, but Cathy Wood is a big believer of electric vehicle and especially Tesla and its potential, and she usually says that Tesla can reach out to $2,500 in next 2-3 years, and that is what it keeps this whole EDFs motivated about keeping the Tesla at around 10%. So this is number one on my listing and it's very profitable over the period of last 5 years, and I will show you more about it. Before that, let's go back to the next one, which is QQQ. QQQ is also an ETF that includes 100 of the largest international and domestic companies listed on NASDAQ. So it's quite a tech heavy ETF. And if you are believing in America, if you're believing in the IT industry in America, you have to believe in tech industry because whether it's Apple, Amazon, or Google, it has become global over the period of time, or Facebook, you can see, starting from drawing room to the whole world, and now the electric vehicles coming from Tesla. So innovations in technology has always been a big power player in the US economy, and I believe that QQQ is such a great investment if you are planning to do for a long term. And next on my list is one of the favorites of everyone, SPY. Even uh, the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, Mr. Warren Buffett, told that if you don't have any brain to invest, just invest in SPY and just leave your money. It will give you a return of 10 to 12% every year. It's very reliable and it keeps changing. This is the one of the ETFs that anyone in this world can trust because of its reliability over the period of long time, more than 100 years. And they have a long range of variety of 500 different index and comprised of different stocks, and these are selected by a committee based on the market size, liquidity, and industry. And you have seen news about inclusion of Tesla in a SPY, and it just rooftop the prices of Tesla stocks. So inclusion in SPY is such a great achievement for a company because it also clarifies that you're reliable, you're stable, and your inclusion into a more trusted ETF is such a big thing. And that is why Tesla prices hiked up so much. So you can see that these three are the ETFs. These are my favorites, and I believe that they are very highly profitable and they can make you millionaire. But how? Let me show you. So first, let's talk about the ARK investment. Over the period of time of 5 years, you can see that it has increased from uh, almost, I would say, $25 to $135. So it's an increment of $114.46 in last 5 years. Now, if I talk about QQQ, it's an increment of $198. So it was almost around $111, and in the last 5 years, it has reached to $309. And the third one is SPY, the S&P Capital 500. Uh, there's an increment of $165.70 in the last 5 years. And the SPY is really from a long, long period of time. It's been quite a while, it's been in centuries that this particular ETF is popular. So let me go back to the percentage changes last 5 years. You can see that the ARK investment has increased by 546.44% in last 5 years, almost 100, more than 100% return every single year. And in this year alone, they are more than 135%, which is quite impressive. And Kathy Woods has been very popular because he have done phenomenal job in selecting those stocks that can be more profitable for the company. And now let's talk about QQQ. It has given a return of, return of 179.01%. If you divide by 5, it's around 30 35%. So you can see that even QQQ has given a good healthy return if you have invested in the past, and that is why I have selected this as the number 2. And the third, last but not the least, our SPY. SPY is very reliable one, very old one, and so many people believe in that. So SPY has increased in last 5 years by 82%. So if you talk about 82% in last 5 years, it gives you a valuation of around 16.4%. So every year it has increased by 16.4% on an average in last 5 years. So these three tells you that how well an investment can give you return if you have put in a right bucket. So, like QQQ is giving 35, 36% return, ARC is giving more than 100% return, and SPY is giving more than, I would say, 16%. So, in this way, you can strategize how you want to play. So, one of the strategy that I would like to tell you is that you have to find such broker which gives you no punishment on actively trading like Roth IRA. In Roth IRA, what you can do is like for your capital gains, you don't have to pay taxes if you don't take money out of it, and that can really give your portfolio a big boost. So you can think about it, and I would like to show you some of the things like how I want to strategize to become a millionaire. So let's say that all our three stocks are giving return of more than 16%. If I go and make it 16%, and if I start investing around $10,000 and I contribute $100 per week, then in next 25 years I'll be a big millionaire. And now let me reduce some years. Let's see, like in next 20 years I'll be already a millionaire. So if you are 40 and you are looking for age of 60 to become a millionaire, you can strategize and start investing with just $10,000 and actively adding $100 per week. And $100 per week is not a big amount, it's not even 10% of a check. The thing is like you have to start with $10,000, put $100 per week, and rate of return 16% for the next 20 years, and you will become a millionaire. But this 20 years looks to me not so good. So let's say, suppose I would say 10 years, and how much it will be? Just 177K. Now, if rate of return turn out to be 30%, then I would say 238K. But let's see, how about 30%? Oh, so my maximum can be 30. Alright, so this calculator has some limitations that I haven't figured out in the past. But yeah, any any ETF or any investment, if it gives you more than 20%, it's not realistic for a long period of time. So let's keep it 18%. I would say I will go with the S&P right now return from last 5 years to be 16%, and for next 20 years we can become a millionaire with just the minimal amount of contributions. So weekly $100 is like monthly $400, and initial amount of $10,000 can make you a millionaire in next 20 years with 16% return. But as personally, and I want to make you millionaire as soon as possible, and I want to become a millionaire myself as soon as possible. So I have a strategy for you. How about long-term calls? Suppose today is suppose 23rd of December, and I want to buy a call, long-term call, and suppose I buy it for January 21st, 2022. So I am already out of bucket of capital gains in 1 year, less than 1 year, and on top of that, ARK investment is such a good investment right now, and it can keep growing, and it may not, and it may be like over expectations because of its return in last 5 years doesn't mean that it will return the same way, but you can also at least have an idea that how ETF works, and it has been progressive in the past. So based on the track record, I would say that ARK is a good investment as well as a safe investment if you are looking forward for investing something and getting some good amount of return. So it can be a good option, and I would say that you can go for a long-term option. In that way, you can save some money on your capital gains less than in a year. It should be more than in a year, and also ARK is a very progressive stock, and this ETF can give you a good amount of leverage and dividends as well, if you are going for only stocks. So either way, whether you're going to buy stock or whether you're going to buy options, both are good way to invest. And this is one of my favorite. That is why I'm selling today, because of its track record of giving more than 100% output in a year. Now, the next one is QQQ. We have discussed that it has given us 35 to 36% return. QQQ also you can look for the long term. Always remember that when you're buying for ETFs, you will not get so fast return as compared to you're buying some Tesla or NEO stocks, which goes skyrocket suddenly and falls also suddenly. So we want something stable, and for stability, ARK Investment, QQQ, and S&P Capital 500. These are quite reliable ones that you can trust and you can work on. So this is how I strategize. I don't want to invest on one individual stock and get crashed, but rather I would buy ETF, which is a combination of many different stocks. And even in ETFs, if I do some very like variety, like I'm taking ARK, I'm taking S&P, I'm taking QQQ, then my portfolio will be very balanced. And with options, I will have 100 times more chances of profitability whenever the ETF increases. And SPY is world famous stock, so you can see that they are experiencing it 3 times within a week, or more than 3 times within a week: 28, 30, 31. So this happens only in SPY I have seen so far. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you know any other stock or any other ETF which has such kind of facility to have options expiring more than 3 times a week. This is the only stock I've seen. This also have a very good range of options for different calls. But remember guys, like you want to buy something, especially in the ETF, just go for call. Don't buy puts because it can put you on a huge risk, even though if it appears to be very high, but it may not be as high as you're thinking and it can grow more. So, whenever I invest in ETF, I never go for puts, but I always go for calls because whenever I invest, I always go for the ETFs which are progressive, not going downwards. And this is one of my portfolio that I want to be a transparent one, that I invested around $7,000, I think, and I made this amount. So 87% return, and trust me, it's like I invested this around um, like 1.5 months before, and this is the return that I got after 1 month. But this may not happen with you because I was lucky at that time, might be. And ARC, you cannot trust one particular ETF to perform so well. But at the same time, I can tell you one thing, that ARC is a very reliable company and is a very reliable ETF to buy, and that is why it's on number one list for me. So this is like one of my screenshot. So I just want to keep this transparency and want to tell you that if you are looking for something to become a millionaire very soon, and at the same time you want to also work on understanding ETFs, that's a great way to do that. You can create your own ETF by making your portfolio of $1,000. Like suppose you divide your 10%, like $100, to suppose Tesla, and the remaining $2 because of 2%, not $2, but yeah, like $20 to Spotify. And in that way, you can make your own portfolio and you can see how it works. And bigger ETFs on a bigger picture is like that. So I'm giving you this advice, and you try, you implement, and let me know in the comments how you did that and implemented that. But at the same time, this is how I would like to invest. If I have money, I would not go for individual stock calls, but rather an ETF calls, because that makes me more feel safer. Any stock can go up and down very fast, but ETFs go slowly because they're more reliable, they have more different variations, and they're more balanced. And it's not a work of one individual, but rather a group of people. So even if one company is not performing so well, other companies are performing good, they can drive them through. But when you invest in individual stocks, there is a different scene. So this is what I'm telling. And if you want to support me for all my hard work, please do uh, subscribe to my channel. And if you don't have Webull account, please go create one Webull account on the link below, and you will get 4 free stocks. And it's amazing because I received one free stock by one of the recommendations, like you guys, and I received one a very good stock worth $700, and that was for Chipotle. Now its price has increased a lot, but I'm really thankful for all the references that you have given to me. And please do subscribe to my channel because I am little low in subscriptions, but I believe that a lot of people view my videos, and I believe that I can help out many people who want to invest and can generate revenue. I'm not that old. I am in the beginning uh, of my the peak career of options trading, and I believe that my knowledge here can really help calculate some of the traders who are actively using options and are trying to be more stable positions. And also, when I say buy options, I also say that always keep 50% as cash and 50% in options. Don't go all in. So this is all from me, and please do subscribe. And if you haven't Webull account, do create a Webull account, like and share. Thank you so much, and happy investing.